Greetings, everyone, boys and girls. This is James here speaking, and today is about December. It's about rising as cold wave here. I just had a man woke up here the morning just early, and I just imagined to be the caused by the cold wave as pretty very cold as hell. It's wetter system to be the cold wave that attracted in Thailand and Southeast Asia. But today we're going to be had to introduce James Taylor cosplay, and I just managed to be socially inclusive to be, and I just began to part-time career cosplay, costume, and actors myself. So since back in 2017, and I just looking up to the internet that I had to cosplay and costumes everywhere to have the worldwide there, and believe it they're true at this year. And so I was gonna be able to show you that showcase. I'm just gonna be asked or had to be the cooperating maker with big boy gun blaster and big boy armor suit. So I've been created from the past about 12 months period. Either then had to during the process to the clay animations art this department this studio in here. But I gotta have to show you this. And we've got something. We got this one is actual prototypes pulsators gun, and it's a hooks of it like this, and probably completely spider webs is dirty, it's completely mess. And take a look at this. As you can see, it's a two barrel for cannons, the textured all over it is stuff, and I'm guessing probably just oil pastels that does not extracted this textured, but it's completely the prototype. But this was a pulsator that's a base from to Nerf toys in 1998, and this was a design. The detail actually is pretty okay and pretty good. So, and like this. As a front, a shooting it goes through into it, but we just fluctuating to be the parts associating, and have this track to topping on it, and then to reverse just connect to weaponry, and it's also have the sticking clue has sticking all the parts shattered newspaper on it, and it's guessing it's just a pretty hole right there. So I couldn't just sticking clue this, and does not to completely just floor in this, and much just cleverly there's a bunch of them all around through to the painted, and this was a hole is coming out there. I'll show it. And yeah, this looks the details pretty okay, and it's actually just I was made this prototype, and it have the two triggers and two barrel guns and slide wheels with flops. Has a look up the internet, so this actually is a models art qualities. It looks okay, and all these the paintings, the textured are completely filled into it, and then back corner, and as actually the textures look like a PlayStation 1 graphics. So I do the best with this and this was coming out there scratch, and I'll have the redesigns and detailed with this retextured as a better if it looks a quality good. And somehow hear the case, and I went to outdoors, and the children showing up there. And so very first they introduced the costume, this weaponry, and everybody evolved to young people with children's the costumes, the cosplay, the children day, and we just gonna be wearing to big boy armor suit, the Thanos. So yeah, that's as pretty as it looks up. I've been made to prototype the pulsator, but next one here we have a red pulsator gun. This looks pretty cool, the tougher, but it's handily. And this kind of has a bigger than size, as it has to be to a prototype. But as it's destined to be a big problem here. It's just in the center is not right, but it's destined to in the river from main on the center. And it was completely the filled acrylic the poster painted. Rubber was that was mixtured, looking like a pretty coolish stuff, and has a handle of the animal's cart, capicating it to the inside of its bed, and there's a hole. Always is for the shadows and painting on it, and this was packages this ammo here, and one triggered. The trigger notes on it, and then the back there is a completely fold or slop there. And you see, it's a folder, but it says what's an add-on to weaponry. It also takes two extra bullets, single shot, double shot, triple shot, quad shot, rocket launchers, laser cannons, and plasma and stuff like that. And this was a fusion with a mixture based from the Nerf Dart blaster toys. And this is not actual toys, and the toys for the kids, and it's made for the teenagers and adult. And this is not made for kids, and it's only made for teenage and adult. So I probably don't look like a big boy gun blaster, and the quality seems to be cool, but it's all around. Here's this painted, are completely filled in, and the one thing's actually is tougher than that. What this thing's the detail that actually this is a prototype. I ever made this one, and I'll be promised here how they're gonna search around. Here's empty the cardboard boxes and newspaper, and then I'll be taking this glue all over it apart, and then have to everywhere it says stuff. And this was caused by spider webs and dirty, and I better clean up the weapon this once later someday. And yeah, this is a red Porous gun, has a primary and secondary add-on as inserted, but I'll do it again. Design this is later. So, and let's get the next one right here. Next one is in process assault rifle, and this was have the triple wave as assault rifle, the gun typing, and I should have probably as it's not able to be working on it. And this is only test models here, and as you can't see this here, it has a floppy, there's a flop, as all of them have included the building into it, but has a triple type and shot him there. Has an assault rifle. As it looks like this was a base from the basically is from real guns, real weapons of fictional media from the Matrix. I guess it's that tested models, and it's probably if it take to right hands to insert it, it's gonna make it look like this, and as the handles attracted to above it have adjusted to as a wearing onto the left other right arms, right hands to the inside of the gun, and I think it's gonna be the takes to the process assault rifle much better completion, but as a provide to the next year will takes build up as a holder with a bunch of stuff and to clean out here. Everything's sweaty, and this will be process takes to 6 and 7 months to process, and during to build the new armor costume prototypes yet. And this was the third prototype version ever, and so this is patience and what we look like the animatrix assault rifle seen from the animation story. So that's about it. And last but not least, we have I put this stuff there. We have this is a long sword. Look at that. Look at this stuff. As you can see, this is a big bad sword I ever made. As a completely smoothly and shine are compiled as this, and this is what we had to creating this mind for first prototype, the sword and sword's weaponry. It's just make feel that looks like a samurai. As a hold to compose it and write this back on it as I hit them through the wall, and just slang around here, and it's the clue attractive part is completely filled into it, and we just have to texture it, and I have to silver a little bit blackly and then yellow to shine the poster painting, and all over it is paintings amount at the time. At the same time, this was have a completion here, and I have to fill with the silver painting on it, and obviously this is hard as a made for cardboard toys. As this is not a toy, I didn't have to say that. And this is made for cardboard model, and it's a resemblance from the Japanese the sword, karates, the great long sword. As a leads it look like this. See, that's pretty long, and I like that. And there's the back cover that's here. There's a backpackers. Says the inside of a jacket. I wonder if there's a put the back together. Once it's have a shirt, you can't see him. Up and there you go. Just a sword. Probably you can't see. Hold on a minute. I have to take. Oh, there we go. Edward snapped the necklace right into the jacket. As you can see. So, what do you think? What do you think it look like? As a backpacking to jacket inside across the sword. Has as firmly is a promised to as it's making the action pose look like in a 3D effect. Yeah. Check out with the strict. It is made for cardboard. It is not real sword. Yeah. And I guess it's gonna stick in right into this inside of a bit. Have it's gonna attract and sticking with into it. And we had to sticking all over it there are a part of it as a sword. As associated this. And it's pretty good, looks cool, this design here. So it's pretty cool detail. And what do you think it look like? Has a great long sword. So yeah, and that's just pretty much it. I have to say this. Okay, everything's clear. That's setting out. Well, that's it about to. That's all pretty much I have to say this about this. This is showcase of big boy gun blasters and big boy armor suit. So I'm guessing it's gonna start to find anywhere to the empty cardboard just boxes and a shattered newspaper just sticking onto it to his workspace at this apartment, and it's filled the roommate says the other room, and I have to build onto it, and everything's here so decorating and the sticking all the true lift and the armor suit, the costumes, and hopefully the quality has been okay and good by myself. And be sure it's going to be the more of an update here, and hopefully it's going to be the next year as it become to costume career. There's a big boy gun blasters and a big boy armor suit, and to get this full decorating models everywhere and everything's just all around here is the costume and weapon. And that's all pretty much I have to say, and hope you see you around for the next videos as next update, and you have that a good interest. So, and as always, I'll see you next videos. Until then, later.